All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Oil Stream. Dusty and Tommy Gazzola with you. The Oil Stream presented to you by Boston Pizza, where Tommy have pre and post game Saturday night, Westgate location at BP's.
Yeah.
And that should be a good time. That's just north of West Edmonton Mall. Just north of West Edmonton Mall. And Oilers and Kings. By then, the Oilers could be looking to snap a 2-game losing streak.
Oh, stop it.
Who knows what happens?
Stop it.
Who knows what happens,
Just
right?
stop it, okay? My goodness.
If you are watching, give us a thumbs up. If you have not yet subbed to Edmonton Sports Talk, give us a sub as well, and we'll get to that.
What do you got going on?
I'm just apologizing to Farhan.
Oh,
bad.
Is he mad at you?
Well, I wanted to pop by for the lock shop to talk, and then he was on his way here.
Yeah.
Right now, he just got here, but we're doing Oil Stream now, and I wanted to talk football with him.
Right.
And it would have been weird sort of wedging that in here.
If only he could talk hockey.
Well, I know, but you can't have Farhan on.
I'm teasing you.
And I know, but like you can't have Farhan on and not talk football this week. So
why? Is there something going on this weekend? Close by?
Well, CFL tampering window.
Yeah.
That was the main reason we wanted to have him on. But
course,
what are you gonna do? Hey, if you are listening, you can text us 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. And you can also hit us up in the nasty chat as well. Sobkirk is in and says, glass half full guy here. He says, don't get mad. Says,
I'm only getting mad at when our guys do it.
Glass half full guy here. We will be okay. Which I think has to be the vibe coming out of last night, right? Has to be.
Well, you would think so.
What was post game like?
Post game.
We were on the pregame. We were chirping you pretty good on the pregame. We were having a good time at Beer House. It was fun. We
had a good time. Nice time making fun of me, your friend and colleague.
Well, the one was the suit one. I thought was funny.
What was wrong with the suit?
No, I like your suit. It's just we were trying to rattle you. That's what buddies do.
I tried to go into the nasty chat was buzzing yesterday on pre.
Yeah, it was in nasty chat.
Yeah, I didn't see everything.
Oh yeah, did you hear the one that I said?
No, what did you say?
I said,
why?
I said, hey Tommy, did customs take your good suit?
Oh,
that was a funny one.
That was good suit.
I thought that was a funny one.
Last night, I'm walking between my hotel and another one. And like, there's like all these conferences at the area where I was staying.
So many conferences.
Yeah,
everywhere.
and like, there's some good looking people.
What, men and women?
Just in general, but like,
yeah,
these like girls that are clearly hammered. Some elegant ladies dressed to the nines, and I just kind of I looked because I was like, oh, geez, they look really nice. And one of them was like, hi.
Oh like, my God!
No.
Listen to Vegas Tommy here.
I'm in that suit.
Yeah.
Tie was off at that point.
Okay, yeah.
And it was not like don't look at me. It was hi, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? And I was like, how you doing? And she goes,
how you doing?
Like, no, really nicely.
Yeah.
She's like, I really like your suit, and I'm like, thank you. You have a nice night. Because I'm like, I shouldn't do anything.
Thank you. You have a nice night.
You have a great night. You have fun.
That's all you said.
That's all I said.
Wow.
But it was like a
work trip,
right?
Yeah.
Like, and plus, we had stuff to do this morning to be on the air. But it was like a very inviting hi. Hi.
That is nice.
And I'm like, oh, why did I check them out? I didn't need that. And then you think about it after. It's like, I could have said something more. Or been like, hey, where you up?
Yeah.
Where you going? And,
what's happening? I think you could have said.
And no, but so you're knocking the suit yesterday, but these really nice looking ladies appreciated it. So
Joel's in the nasty chat already and says hashtag Tommy's in love.
No, stop it. Tommy shouldn't be even checking them out.
You know what? I will say this. If you were to have come down here, fallen in love, your parents are here. You could have got married. Right? Like your folks, I don't want to take it too far, but your folks are here.
They tagged along.
Right? They might have been like,
I tagged along.
Yeah, well, I think they tagged along hoping that you'd have some weird, crazy Vegas marriage.
Like a girl at 1 in the morning in Las Vegas after she's at a conference with her friends.
Yeah, but she can meet your parents.
Oh my goodness.
I just say
my mom wanted to say bye to you too because they dropped off their bags here in a 1X room.
Yeah, well, we'll see. When you
we fly out tonight.
Oh, okay.
So we have the day.
Oh, that'll be nice then.
I want to see Dusty. Dusty, hello.
All right. You can. Pinto Crick says, "Game knows game." Tommy. Wow,
Thank you.
that's cool. I don't know what that means. I guess.
No, I know
I don't have
exactly
the
what it
game.
means.
I don't have the
respect
game.
that. That's a very nice comment. Unlike you torching me yesterday in the nasty chat.
Spency 5 cents. He says, secretly, I hope there's a small mini losing streak, so the cup odds go down, and I can put a bet in. Hashtag DGen. That's a good one.
I understand this.
Yeah,
I understand this.
Sobkirk says, I'm picking best man Maddie, groomsman number 1 DVD, groomsman number 2 LTE, and groomsman number 3 Dusty.
You guys would just be 4 best men.
The 4 best men that anyone can. If you do get married here before you leave tonight,
okay,
and we have like a hall party or something back home,
for sure.
Can I MC your wedding?
You'd want to work on that? Yeah, of course. I mean, I would want you to have a great time. Yeah,
but it'd be fun.
Okay.
I like MCing things.
Really?
I got lots of funny wedding jokes and stuff.
Okay. I don't like MCing anymore. I would always get asked to.
Yeah.
And it was because, Tommy's on TV, Tommy's on the radio.
Yeah.
Tommy could be the MC.
I literally MC.
Yeah, okay.
I have the first wedding I went to where I wasn't the MC was Lieutenant Eric's. And it was nice. It was chill. Like I just got to hang out with my wife. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm just asking. Like even today, if you needed me to step in. And
of course,
MC
well,
today.
You're a pro.
Yeah.
In a pinch, man.
They got that thing set up right outside New York, the Cheetos Chapel. You can go right. What happened? Where'd you guys get married?
A dream come true.
Don't you love Cheetos?
I love Cheetos.
Yeah,
and to be married at the Cheetos Chapel.
I knew it.
Outside of New York, on a Wednesday in Las Vegas. A dream come true.
Oh, look at this one. Joel Stoff as the officiant. The guy who marries you. That would be
he's already in Palm Springs.
That would be really good.
Tom,
we're gonna need
this
to fly back
here. You know, I've known Tom for 14 years.
Yeah.
We didn't hit it off right off the bat, but I didn't mean to be mean to him his first year at Oilers TV, but we came around and became good friends. And, when I played for the Southside Athletic Club in 1984 under Stu McGregor, I thought to myself, boy, I hope there's a kid 20 years younger than me that's just like me. And Tom is as close as it gets. And to see him at the Cheetos Chapel here at the fabulous New York, Las Vegas on Super Bowl week is a dream come true for me and him combined. This wedding brought to you by Rockstar.
Oh, that's too good. Too good. Stoff's EST game has been taken to another level since the, albeit brief, appearance on the Hangout yesterday.
He was on.
As he said to you, what did he say at the game last night? It might not be the last.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I like the idea of Stoff also showing up at the EST head offices, but pretending it's by mistake, and then being like, "Oh, I'll hop in, but just for 2 minutes."
He's there
just comes in for 2 minutes, and then leaves.
Bob, it's 6:05.
All right, post game last night.
Yeah.
What was the vibe? We were back. We got back to the hotel, and we did have it up, and I wasn't paying attention to the chat, but I heard you being like reading comments, and people were like, they're never gonna win if Skinner plays like this.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, but this is what I expected. Like people have like this pent up release that they have to have because they haven't had a chance. What was it? How many days between from the 19th?
Not since December 19th, so a month and a half. Right?
Yeah, like 40 some days.
Yeah.
So they were ready for it.
They
were ready for a loss. They had lots they wanted to say. It'd been building up. So I guess I wasn't really surprised by that, but still, that doesn't mean it wasn't a bunch of ridiculous takes.
No, it wasn't ridiculous takes, but it was very harsh criticism. And I don't think it was the majority. And even I saw, I can't remember who was. There's a few people that were kind of being like, what do you guys complain? I think it was is it GBS or
GSB?
GSB. Yeah, he was pretty good, like rationalizing, being like, whoa. Like the Oilers played a solid game. The second period, they were creating a lot of opportunities and offense, and they hit a couple of bars. Yes, Vegas got one too. And then Chandler Stevenson buries on a great shot. Leon Draisaitl gets robbed.
Yeah.
A few times. There was a few saves that Aiden Hill made. And then there were a couple. No, not even a couple. It was like a a quiet murmur, if you will, is how I would describe it, among a few who were all over Cody Cece.
Yeah, Cece took it hard last night.
They were on Skinner a little bit and said that this team as a whole is just not going to be able to get it done because they didn't beat Vegas yesterday. It was a 1-goal game, essentially, minus the empty netter. Edmonton has beaten Vegas this year. And then I bring that up.
They were the better team last night, I thought. Yeah. It was great.
I bring that up, and I say, hey, in November, the Oilers did beat the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
It took a shootout. And people, well, look at the injuries. No Theodore, no Eichel, no Pavel Dorofeev.
Spengler Cup alum.
There you go.
Yeah.
But and I understand that. But the Oilers played a good game. And so I did read those texts because it wasn't just one or two people being drunk or dumb. It was, there was this sentiment that was shared among, I'd say, a minority of Oilers fans.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you really feel that way? Like, that was a good game. Even listening to Chris Knobloch and Darnell Nurse and Connor McDavid, they all were kind of the same way. They're like, yeah, played a good game. Bounce goes our way. It's 2-1 us, and we win. So I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I thought it was a good hockey game. Two good teams going at it. People were also complaining about no calls. The Oilers had 1 power play. Golden Knights had 2.
Well, I said this morning on our show, I thought the Golden Knights should have had a couple more power plays.
Yeah.
There was a couple plays that the Oilers got away. Draisaitl got away. I think it was Draisaitl. Was it Draisaitl got away? There could have been a couple more power plays both sides.
Yeah, there were some battles that they just kind of let go, right?
Yeah.
Some open ice battles, which I was fine with.
How last night was called like a playoff game.
Yeah.
It was essentially, it looked like a playoff game.
Good team.
The intensity had a playoff feel to it.
Great atmosphere. Oiler fans, great. You guys were interacting with Golden Knights fans. You said they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're good. Yeah. It's a good crowd. That is a fun crowd to be a part of.
I said it on the pregame show too. DVD on the Hangout yesterday was joking about how they send the Chippendales in the playoffs into the visiting teams end during warm up, and then the showgirls and all the distractions. Last night it was just the showgirls, and I'm doing the show, and I'm watching, and the players are playing Juice Boy at the end of warm up, where they all try to just score, and Calvin Vickers is trying to say,
is that what it's called?
Juice Boy.
Juice Boy.
Yeah. And
why is it called Juice Boy, Tony?
I think in practice when they play Juice Boy, the last guy to score has to there was a thing where they'd have to go out and hand out the Gatorade.
Oh,
in the locker room.
Oh,
I think
that makes sense.
It's called a Juice Boy.
I like it then.
Yeah. And so anyway, I'm watching, and they've got the music blasted. You can feel it reverberate. It was so loud, and they've got these showgirl dancers. Beautiful. Obviously, they're wearing the shiny outfits, costumes, and this one right behind the glass is dancing and going like this, and then she's blowing kisses to all the Juice Boys.
The Juice Boys.
Oh yeah, and she's banging on the glass, and I was like, if I was a player taking part in this little end of warm up activity, I would be winking at her, shooting a puck at her. Yeah,
you would have said, "Have a nice night."
Have a nice night
from earlier. Right? I'm looping it back to the other story. Yeah. Do you want to marry her before you leave town?
Only if it could be at the Cheetos Chapel.
I want you to come back married at the Cheetos Chapel, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Just
sorry, babe, we're getting married at the Cheetos Chapel outside New York, New York. Haven't you always wanted to get married there? It's beautiful this time of year.
All right, Nasty Chat's going. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. Tell them about the Oil Stream. Tell them that you can just listen on TuneIn or at Edmonton Sports Talk Live on our 24/7 online sports station feed. Or, of course, you can watch YouTube where we sit in front of this insanely bright red room. And I like it.
It's nice.
I like it. I think it looks pretty sharp, actually. I wonder if Randy will have us do the morning show in his room tomorrow.
No, maybe.
It'd be easy because we just flip right over.
Yeah.
What are you looking at on there?
Just admiring some of our retweets.
Put that away. Put that away.
Someone like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let's get to lots of. As always, the Oil Stream presented to you by Boston Pizza. What are we? 7 days away from Heart-Shaped Pizza Day.
Bring it on. Old
Casanova over here.
Hello.
Get a couple of heart-shaped pizzas probably sent to him. Hey,
Oh,
ladies
man.
ever send you a heart-shaped pizza?
No.
I've had it a few times. The kids like it. The kids love the Boston pizza, Tommy. They
It
just
is
do.
great.
Yeah.
Great. I'm looking forward to this Saturday, pre and post game on location, BP's Westgate. And
What are
then
you gonna get?
Sunday. Oh, what am I going to get?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like a sandwich or something.
Oh yeah, nice handheld.
Handheld.
Handheld. That's good. Yeah, and the Super Bowl party at Century Sports, Century Casino Sports Bar Lounge is sold out. So that's going to be a good party. And then we're going to be doing our shows from the casino again on Monday, which is
It's meant
great.
to be.
Yeah, man, we're getting
It's
really
meant to be.
we're really good at casino shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we might
we are.
actually on the Thursday of next week we're going to be live at an RV show.
That's happening?
For the morning show. Yeah,
That's
we're not going to
awesome.
be in the RV. We're not driving the RV, but
Oh,
we're going to be at an RV show.
Do they want to do that?
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that in the summer.
We've got some great ideas.
Things are just really flying along here.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a place to watch a game, join us on Saturday. $5 off medium pizzas, dollars off tankers of Canadian?
Yes.
And Coors Light.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so a little bit of negativity, and it's like, so maybe you're right. Maybe there was some pent up.
Oh, definitely
wanting to vent, but no reason to because they rattled off 16 in a row. And what did come up too, and I understand this argument: hey, they didn't play great teams in the 16 game run. No, but compared to years past where they would blow games against lesser teams, they beat all of them, mostly 5-on-5. Sound hockey. They didn't outscore them a crazy amount. It was just 3-1 games, 4-2. It was like just a really good systematic stretch of games where you're like, you know what? Maybe these guys have grown up. So a little bit of adversity can't always be just sunshine and
you can't win them all.
Rainbows and flowers and birds chirping and
all those nice things.
Those nice, lovely things.
The smell of the MGM lobby when you first walk into it,
isn't it? It is very fresh,
smell, man.
The Aria
bottle that up. Bottle that up.
Yeah.
Hey boys, sad to see the win streak come to an end, but it was going to happen eventually. The sky shouldn't fall because lost to Vegas. They will be fine going forward, and now it's time for a home ice push. Also, thanks to Tommy for the picture on Saturday.
Hey,
that's nice.
Nice. Yeah. There was us. I went and saw my parents in the stands in the first intermission, ran into a ton of Oiler fans. Awesome. Good vibes. They're, we're talking about the game with everybody. And, man, Spec yesterday, he was sitting up in the press box with me. He actually had a little quick cameo on DVD and DMB when they came up to the press box when we were doing the show. He's like, what is there? Like 1,000, 2,000 Oiler fans here? I'm like, dude, like 3, 4.
Yeah, Maddie and I ballparked to probably around 3,500.
There was just a great.
It was awesome.
It was mini
awesome.
Edmonton. I really, really enjoyed it.
Vegas, those players have to be pumped up. Like with that pregame. They come flying out of the helmet.
Yeah.
It's just, it's awesome.
That song that they used too for the Golden Knights.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That like you feel it like
in your heart. Just like, oh man, it's game time. Like
play. I want to play.
Tommy, first your mother, now you're doing impressions of Stoff. Do Jack Michaels.
Oh, I can't. His laugh. He always walks around like this, though. Struts.
Pour it on.
Pour it on. And he has this like laugh that's like, I don't know, something like that.
All right. Let's start with
where to?
Let's start with Bouchard.
We
got some.
This is good.
Yeah,
I brought this up last night. Too.
Okay,
you go ahead.
Well, I'm just looking here. James says the worst Bouchard for me was when he lost the puck with the goalie pull. It looked like he had to stop and think about what to do in that situation.
Yeah.
Smitty the welder says Bouchard was brutal last night. Did not look interested. We talked about this a little bit when we went out for a drink after the game last night. I thought that was one of his weakest performances in quite some time.
Yep.
And he just looked a little bit laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire. Very good.
Yeah.
I would say that's perfect because I was going to say casual.
Yeah. Laissez. He was laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire or whatever it is. That's what he was.
Yeah, exactly. It was like too calm basically, and it led to mistakes and bobbles and stuff like that. The first goal, I think he had the puck on his stick, or he challenged at the top of the zone. And the Golden Knights were able to get it down deep. And then obviously, Ekholm missed the check in front and Wob bangs it home. But I thought the sequence started. I was like, ooh, this is not going to be good. And sure enough, 10 seconds later, they're fishing the puck out of the back of their net. So that game from Bouchard, too calm, too casual, too laissez-faire, like you say.
Yeah.
Too nonchalant, and he needs to wake up because that reminded me of a Bouchard game in mid to late October.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably been a couple of months.
Yeah,
since Bouchard played like that.
He was a shin pad assassin a couple of times. Now the Golden Knights are one.
It wasn't like he was a
best
train
shot
wreck
blocking
and it was that game against Minnesota where he was like
that
directly
was
responsible for 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah,
But it was below where his play's been lately,
great way to describe.
which you can't have.
Not against the Golden Knights. Not in a game where you're trying to make it 17 in a row to tie an NHL record. So yeah, it was like, where's the motor? It was only kind of half running for him yesterday. And then, the one that emphasizes it is with the empty net. And you're like, okay, man, urgency. And no, very casual again.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
All right,
and that's something we talked about.
What else last night? What did you think? Like, Cece was taking some heat.
He was taking some heat.
What did you think of Cece, though, last night?
Usual Cece. And like the one moment that stood out to me for Cece was he wound up and took a slap shot and he fired it about 15 feet high and wide and it came back the other way. I was like, oh yeah, there's Cody Cece and offensive inabilities, but I didn't think I thought Bouchard had more of an impact in a negative way than Cece. Was Cece great? No, not particularly. He has limitations, obviously. Checks hard, but I don't know. I kind of was not caught off guard, but I was like, really? You're going to point the finger at Cece for what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
And I was like, interesting.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
He didn't have a great night.
No. Yeah, but they still, I mean, they out-chanced him grade A's, like 17 to 9 or something like
16-8. Someone texted in.
Yeah, it was
from Natural Stat Trick.
They played a pretty darn good hockey game.
Yeah.
They really did. I think. Well, we'll get to.
Cece was getting traded by some fans in the nasty chat and inbox yesterday. Let's just put it that way. Need to upgrade him. And then we said today on the Hangout, like in a perfect world, where you didn't have a cap crunch, where there are some great options available. Yeah, sure, I would do it. But is it realistic? I don't think so.
Smitty the Welder says Connor looked pissed at Bouchard after that empty netter. Hopefully he got an earful.
And Smitty the Welder brings up something that reminded me of last night. Bouchard, or not necessarily Bouchard, but McDavid, I think went back to the bench and had some words for the bench.
Yeah, and he had his water ball. You see Mindarwal? He tweeted it out and he was like all fired up.
Yeah. But I think he calmed down, took a few deep breaths after, and he was fine.
Good questions rolling in. Keep them coming. We got lots of time for them today. You can text us as well, 780-218-9999. Connor Brown was on the ice with 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I was very surprised by that.
Yeah, okay, that's
like,
surprised
why are they out there? Why is he out there?
Yeah, we're sitting there watching, and I was just like, wait a second. What's Connor Brown doing on the ice with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left?
At first, I thought it was Hyman, and I'm like, he's out there a little bit early. And then I did the second glance, and my eyes narrowed, and I noticed the 2 instead of the 1. So I was surprised by that. I didn't think he was particularly good yesterday. It was just another Connor Brown night where he skates hard.
He had one play in front of the net where the puck was in the air and he kind of gloved it down and then tried to bat it.
Yeah.
And got knocked down, and that was pretty much it.
That was it. Like he even his release when he's got the puck off the rush, like a lot of times he'll try, especially on his off wing, he'll try that shot. And I feel like almost every time a defenseman or a back checker gets a stick on it and the puck just skitters into the corner. And that happened again yesterday. Because we're like, oh, look, Connor Brown's with the rush. And then sure enough, 2 seconds later, puck into the corner because D-Man got the stick on it. Took away the time and space very easily on Connor Brown, which has been kind of the theme for him all season long. So I didn't know why he was out there late. I don't know if it's Chris Knobloch trying to breathe confidence into this guy to get him going, but that's weird.
Yeah, that didn't
not a great time for that.
Make a lot of sense.
I'd throw Cory Perry out there.
Well,
Holloway and McLeod were all right last night. If you have 2.5 minutes left, I would take any one of those three, that third line and the entire third line over Connor Brown.
Of course.
But you saw Connor Brown out there.
Yeah, that was not ideal, but
no,
They didn't lose the game because of it, but it was an interesting point there. All right, let's get to this is a good one. Let's follow this up because it kind of ties into Brown. Penner's Pancakes is asking. You can text us too. I'll get to a few more of these text messages rolling in here. Is Janmark, Ryan, and Brown a playoff fourth line?
Yeah.
I would think in the playoffs.
The Brown part of it could be changed.
Yeah. But at even strength, I mean, that line right there, I don't know how many goals does Derek Ryan have this year? Look that up. He's got
it right here.
He's got a few.
I think he's got 5.
So that line combined has 6.
Janmark still has 6 points, and he got 5 of them in like
in a 3-game stretch. Yeah.
Derek Ryan has 4 goals, 5 assists.
Okay, so their fourth line, not that you need a lot of offense from, but you know what you need from the fourth line in the playoffs? And this is what I don't think this line can do. You need a fourth line that can go out for 6 or 7 minutes. These couple of these guys will pick up some penalty kill minutes, right? So they'll get up to about 9 minutes a game.
Yep.
All 3 of those guys. But you need a fourth line that can go out and grind a little bit, that can go out and keep the puck in the offense. And I'm not going out like saying crashing and banging, but I'm saying like
big boy hockey.
Apply 7 minutes of pressure during the game. The defensemen that are going to be out there going back to get pucks are they don't like, even when that line's on the ice, they need to be like, okay, we got to go. We got to move. Like, you got to make life hard.
Yeah.
And the line of Derek Ryan, Connor Brown, and Matthias Janmark does not make life hard for any opposition. So, no, I would say that's not an ideal fourth line in the playoffs against like a Vegas fourth line. But I mean, 2/3 of that are probably going to be your fourth line come playoff time.
And listen, I would take a big bruising winger to replace Connor Brown, and that line would be more appealing to me.
So you're thinking, and I'm not saying,
don't say the name. You're going to say it.
I'm not going to say Jesse Puljujärvi. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, he's untouchable.
Penguins are unbeaten since they signed him.
Of course.
Klim Kostin. No, I'm not saying bring him back. I was just saying you're saying in place of Brown, you'd rather a version of Klim Kostin from last year.
I was going to say
that's essentially what
someone like Pat Maroon.
Yeah, well, he's already popped up here.
I know. A Pat Maroon-like player. I guess Bjugstad's name came up again yesterday.
Who, where, why? What do you mean?
Well, they want him back.
Oh, the Oilers do?
No, fans.
Oh, fans. Of course, fans do.
Yeah.
I mean, the Oilers would probably take him too if they could.
Absolutely,
but that doesn't seem likely.
Yeah.
So what about Adam Ernie? Like when you say forward that can crash a little bit, has some size. I'm just thinking by default here.
Yeah. Probably want someone a little more effective than that. No offense to Adam Ernie.
I mean, yeah, we always say no offense, but it's definitely a little bit of offense. Right? That's why you say it.
No malice.
That's why you say it. All right, portions of the Oil Stream are brought to you by Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. I've been missing the old Popeyes studio.
Really?
Yeah, I love this studio. I love Popeyes studio that we have back home. I miss it a little bit. Hopefully, Zacticum and YouTube Trev haven't done anything to ruin it or anything. Like, it's gonna suck if we get back and Trev's like, surprise, I'm a thief and I robbed everything and I'm gone now.
I sold the Nintendo.
Yeah, that would suck.
And Tech Mobile.
He slept there last night.
What?
Trev slept at the office last night.
Why? Trev, what are you doing?
Because he grinds. That's why.
I know he works hard. Maybe.
No, he did post. And then he had volleyball or something. Or did Zach do post?
Zach did post.
Okay, so Trev had volleyball because Tuesday nights he has like a sport thing, right?
Yeah.
Like adult version of sport ball or whatever.
I was going to say, is it his new relationship?
No, I don't think so.
She's a lovely.
I can't wait for that update. That's going to be a fun one too. Anyway, so he just decided after volleyball to go back to the station and sleep.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Anyway,
he's so likable.
This was supposed to be a Popeyes plug, but we turned it into that. Get the Oilers meal.
Yeah.
Go to Popeyes. Get the Oilers meal. We're talking spicy or regular chicken sandwich. We are talking Cajun fries, nuggets, dipping sauce, medium drink, plus one of the Oilers collectible cups. Ekholm available right now. Nuge available starting on the 14th. Ekholm and Nuge are the final two. Hyman and Nurse were the first two. You can only get those at Popeyes. Duck Dad is in and says the studio is now just an extension of Seductions.
Now I see Seductions every single time. Like I would never notice it before.
Yeah.
And now I just every time there it is. I wonder what's going on.
There it is. Yeah, what's happening? I think after we started talking about them, they took down their logo.
Yeah.
Too much of a spotlight on them.
The heat's on.
It's that EST push.
You got the EST bump.
Seductions was just crazy. Okay, so this is an interesting one because Perry had that nice one-time look, fired it wide. That was probably that line's best look at the game.
Yeah.
There was a lot of skating. Like Holloway and McLeod were transporting the puck well.
Mhm.
I like when Holloway winds it up. I mean, you can tell he's got there's some flash in that game. But they didn't do too much outside of the transporting of the puck with speed. Had the nice look for Perry.
Yep. Perimeter stuff mostly.
Yeah, that was the thing.
They got to find their way into the middle. Maybe that's where Perry's going to be good for them.
Well, Matt texts in, Millwood's Matt texts in at 780-218-9999 and says, I like the Perry line, but I kind of wish that Perry had tried to maybe get in Hill's kitchen or something to try and get him off his game. And one of the things we talked about yesterday on the Smash Hit Nielson show, also available exclusively at Edmonton Sports Talk, is I thought last night was a chance for Cory Perry to kind of introduce himself to the Oilers Golden Knights rivalry.
Yes.
With and he doesn't have to do a lot to do that. Like poke Hill after the whistle. After a whistle, stinky glove somebody.
Yep.
But there was none of that last night. I was a little disappointed.
I thought, tame, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I thought I was like, man, crash the net once or something. Do something so that the Golden Knights know Cory Perry came to play, and Cory Perry's all in with the Edmonton Oilers, and it just. I mean, he's only 2 games in.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. I still like the move. I was a little sad last night that he didn't, for lack of a better term, earmuffs kids, stir up some shit.
Yeah. Do you think maybe that's just him not comfortable yet with this group? And then when he finds his place.
But that would have been a chance to find your
that would be him taking his place with the team. Yeah, I would have liked that too. And I mean, the guy, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer eventually, obviously. Yeah, a little more brash would have been good. But I think Friday's game is where we're going to see his Oilers coming out party, if you will.
Against the Ducks?
Yeah. His old stomping grounds. He had his best seasons there. Maybe, wanted more from himself in Vegas.
Yeah.
Felt he kind of tiptoed around a bit.
So
maybe he just goes out there and just smashes it on Friday against the Ducks because that's his old barn. Those are his old stomping grounds. So I'm with you. Like, I understand that.
Yeah, I thought it was an easy thing for him to do.
Now, the other thing, too, is it's a tight game. You're playing well. They are getting, some looks, that third line was. And do you not want to rock the boat too much and maybe risk putting your team down a man as well? Maybe you're playing it strategically that way if you're Cory Perry.
I think he could have done
a little
a little something that wouldn't have crossed the line to a penalty.
Right.
Like go like this to somebody after the whistle. Like there was nothing.
I would like that.
It was I was actually kind of surprised. I was surprised that Cory Perry didn't do something to raise a little hell, as Trooper once said.
Yeah.
So
they did not play that song last night.
But
surprising.
Yeah. Well, it's because they just do good things in Vegas. I don't want to compare Edmonton or any other team to the show they put on in Vegas.
I know. You
but
can't.
It's not even close.
No.
Not even close.
What do you got?
Let's go. Propane Pimp. Okay. I know this conversation earlier was Bouchard specific, but he is by far the only one that played too calm last night. By far, he's far from the only one, that played too calm. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins looks like he had no pulse. Warren Foot had no pulse. Kane didn't look overly engaged, to name a few others.
Fogel's name came up a bit last night, too.
Well, it's right away. Like, as soon as they lost, Twitter was upgrade CC, upgrade Fogel. That was it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that. Yeah, Fogel, the puck wasn't good on his stick last night.
Do you see any chemistry in Kane, Draisaitl, Fogel? Not really, right?
Kind of.
Like, do you? Like, I think
I
it's
I
a,
think
I
there's
think it's a,
something
it's a line
there.
that it's a line that you can play,
Right.
right? Like but I feel like it
They're
should be.
big.
I feel it should be better,
They
and
can score. Two of
I don't
those
know.
guys can score.
I don't
One
know
of
if they
them's okay.
connect.
Like
I don't know if they connect well. I don't know. It's just like I don't know. Big bodies.
one guy's fast. Actually, two guys are fast. The other guy's like just a big German tank.
Plodding around out there.
And they got chances last night. Like that pass that was Kane to Draisaitl, right? That was a nice, quick seam pass, one touch on the nice Aiden Hill pad save. That was Kane that made that play, wasn't it?
I thought Draisaitl gave it to Ekholm. Ekholm gave it back. Kane went to Draisaitl. Draisaitl gave it to Ekholm. Ekholm gave it back to Draisaitl.
Right.
I think that's what it was. Or was it Kane that started it? I'm pretty sure it was to Ekholm and then back to Draisaitl. Maybe I was wrong. Eggshe on the nasty chat says Kane was MIA last night. Yeah, I don't know if I would just label all these guys as MIA because the team overall played a pretty good game. Kane drew a penalty.
That was Jonathan Marsh
driving
so
to the net,
amazing last night. Like,
well, actually, there were one or two moments where I noticed like a really good play in the offensive zone, and I took a second to look at it. I was just like, oh, that's March's.
Yeah.
Like a couple of times, I thought there were some flashes from March's, but it's not like anybody took that game over.
No.
So I don't know, maybe a little bit too hard on some of the guys.
Kane's had a bit of that this year, for sure. But he was dinged up. I can't use the dinged up excuse anymore. You just had a week and a half off. I would think that he'd be.
Yeah, but
somewhat
actually, didn't he
up.
miss with an illness the first practice back?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the ice Monday. No, Sunday.
Monday.
They skated Sunday.
Yeah, they skated at like 5 on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday he was not on the ice, and it was listed as illness.
No.
So I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means.
This one comes in 780-218-9999, our text line. I love Nuge, but he'll never make it through 4 rounds of playoffs without getting hurt. He didn't get hurt 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think
he stays relatively healthy.
Not once have I bring up Nuge's play. Like, what do we got here for like? How much time has Nuge missed recently? It seems like a kind of out there notion.
He got hurt a couple years ago. Oh, Todd Marchand.
I don't know why Todd Marchand popped up.
Interesting.
There's the Nuge. Let's see here. Played 82 last year.
Yeah. He banged up his shoulder 2 years ago.
This was a lot. This was a short year. Played 52, 65, 82, 62, 82.
I don't think he's missed a single playoff game.
Hit the 12.
Yeah, he's in all 16 the
16 the year before. 4-4.
Yeah.
And then the 17 run.
Yeah.
Not a great run, but 13. Yeah, I don't know. I think I disagree with that. I think Nuge is I think he can stay healthy through a playoff.
He did not have a good playoffs last year, even though he had 11 points in 12 games. The year before, he had more of an impact in the playoffs.
He had 6 goals.
Yeah.
6 goals in the 22 playoffs.
Yeah. Interesting.
780-218-9999. Or, of course, you can hit us up in the nasty chat as well. That's always hopping along. Jeff says, if Kane had finished the pass he got from Draisaitl 10 seconds before the Knights scored the go-ahead goal, they would have won. That's how close the game was.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're thinking the other way on a different play.
That could be it.
James says he would have time for a McLeod, Draisaitl, Kane line, and then Fogle with Holloway and Perry. And I think the question with all of that is a lot of people will probably agree with you. McLeod up there, that's fine. Different type of player than Fogle.
Yes.
So maybe that's more of what those other two guys would need. Maybe
he can distribute better.
This thing comes down to if you're comfortable going into a playoff series against Vegas with Dylan Holloway as your third line center.
What did he play? 2 games at center?
I don't think you can do that. I don't know if that's a recipe for success.
D. White liked Kane last night, said he looked good, had a good back check, had a good drive to the net, just wasn't able to score.
He did have a good drive to the net and drew a penalty on it. So
people talking about Konechny again.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams would like to get Konechny.
Sure.
don't think the Oilers are gonna. Well, what's Konechny's number?
It's like 5, isn't it?
Is it? I'm trying to figure out what's what do you think's the biggest number they could, because they didn't call Kemp back up, so
No.
they're saving a little bit of cap space every single day, which could get them up to maybe like around 1.4, 1.5 on an AAV come deadline.
Right.
Then if you could retain, maybe double retain, and move a player back the other way, maybe you could pull off a guy that makes.
That's a lot of good negotiating.
No,
Not
I
saying
mean,
it's
but that's
impossible.
their job,
Right.
right? Like that's their job.
And you're going to have to really work it, which is something that could be done.
Konechny is 5.5.
Yeah.
Under contract for next year. Could definitely be that. Like that's not even one that you're rotating. I think that's the guy you just lock into your top 6. Obviously,
Yeah, it would be a significant upgrade on Warren Fogle.
So, if you were to move out Fogle and whatever it takes, pick wise, have the Flyers retain a bit on Konechny, and then they have somebody else.
That
retain
sound
a little bit. Like
that, I like the
it
sound.
Doesn't, it doesn't sound. It doesn't sound like it doesn't. I guess what I'm saying is that it's not impossible,
right,
to get Konechny.
And what I would ask next would be, what is Philadelphia's plan? What does Philly think it is right now? Like, where are they better than they thought? Are they making a push? Do they think that they're already ahead of the curve in their rebuild or whatever the hell they're called, retooling, retinkering? Do they see him as a long-term option? He's 26 years old. I would think they'd want to keep him around, unless things have soured there, unless he doesn't like Tortorella. But yeah, that's
Flyers right now are 4 points up on a playoff spot,
right,
with the Islanders and Penguins and Devils all chasing them. So that would be a heck of a ballsy decision. But if you think he's not going to want to sign, and maybe Philly's in a spot where they're like, we've had a pretty good season already, can get something of significance back. Guys, Evander Kane and a pick for Jake Gensel. Gensel's been awesome.
Yeah.
For about 3 years now.
Yeah, he has been. I still really Pittsburgh want to get rid of one of their younger, better players.
UFA too. It's a matter of if to keep him signed.
And the fact that he's going to be a UFA and we're calling him one of their younger players speaks to how old the Penguins are in general.
Yeah. Nothing against Gensel. No offense, as we like to say.
No offense.
But I think you need, and you hope that this player arrives, but I think you need playoff Evander Kane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Different than Gensel. Gensel's a phenomenal offensive talent. But I think in a series, as you try to, bully your way through Vegas, through Vancouver, through one of Winnipeg, Dallas, Colorado, whatever, I think you need like an A+ version of Evander Kane. To me, helps this team more than an A+ version of Jake Gensel. Maybe I'm wrong. If you disagree, that's fine. But I don't know. I think that's probably a better statement on it.
Pinto Crick says, without Hart, Philly is tanking, but they like Samuel Ersson, and he's had a good year.
Yeah, I mean, if he's just a rookie. Imagine if you can keep them in the thick of it. That would probably go a long way. I just don't see something of like significance like that happening. I had some bold predictions Monday on the Nielson show for the Oilers. No, they weren't bold. Sorry, I keep calling them bold. They were just average predictions. Nothing really bold about it. But I said prior to the deadline, the Edmonton Oilers will make one medium-sized move, and one minor move. Do you think that's reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, yeah.
But like Gensel, Konechny, those aren't medium-sized moves. Those are big moves. I'm talking bottom 6 forward, medium-sized move, depth 7th defenseman, minor move.
Yeah. Logically, that has a better chance of probability of happening. Yeah.
Portions of the Oil Stream are brought to you by One Putt Virtual Golf. One Putt Virtual Golf is one of the best and most accurate indoor places in the city for serious and casual golfers. 6 TrackMan bays, which make it the perfect place to golf hang out with your friends while catching the Oilers game and crushing some EST 6 o'clocker loggers. How great is that? We got a couple White Claws over here that I haven't dove into yet. Somebody said it looks like I've already had a bunch, or I'm just really tired. And
I think we're tired.
Since we got here Monday, what's today? Wednesday now?
Yeah.
I haven't slept longer than 3.5 hours.
I got 4 hours last night.
Yeah, so it's
been fun.
I mean, we're still crushing through work. It's like the work that's really making me tired.
Yeah.
It's not everything else. But if you're looking to put together a little event, check out One Putt for your next thing, birthday, stag, team building, much more. They can fit up to 30 golfers, 40 people in total. So to learn more, check them out, www.oneputt.ca. You need to start having some conferences at One Putt, like full-blown conference. All they do down here is have conferences.
It's all conferences.
It's ridiculous. I want to work for somebody who's like, I mean, I guess we are here right now in Vegas, but I was going to say, I want to work for somebody who's like, well, the conference this year is a bunch of useless stuff you'll never use again.
I'm looking at these people going, what the hell are you guys convening for?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
They're all business people or the tech or whatever.
We're talking conferences with thousands of people coming in for it.
Yeah.
In 2024, like, how can this not be done virtually or in an email? It seems like such a waste to book like a huge conference. I just don't get it.
It's happening downstairs right now.
Oh, there's conferences all over the
ballrooms packed.
MGM we went over to Topgolf yesterday. We walked past one that was set up, and I can't remember the name of it, but like heading down to the conference center, like the lights on the way in had been rebranded for the company.
Yeah.
And it was some sort of computer software nerd company.
Yeah.
And there's just
a lot of that
like
here.
so many of them. I finally stopped and talked to one. I said, what is this? What is this company? And he
Schuster
said,
and McQuaid, of course.
They do Linux.
Okay.
Linux.
Great.
Huge with the nerds, I think, Linux. And but I'm telling you, Matt, when you come to Vegas, just bring a red lanyard.
Red lanyard.
You don't even have to really have anything. I mean, Maddie's got a bunch of EST lanyards around here. I want to wear one just so people are like, oh, boys are in town for a conference. It doesn't even have to say anything in there. You got a bunch of gibberish on the card, and you can still walk into all these conferences. Yeah. It's insane.
Hit the spread.
It's like some status thing around here. It's like
it's not cool,
but I think we get looked down upon because like you're not a part of a conference.
You're just here.
What are you even doing here?
Working.
It's crazy. So anyway, Shannon and the crew over at One Putt. Let's build on like an expansion warehouse and just start holding conferences for thousands of people.
I know they do seminars, and I know they all carry their little pet.
What's a seminar, right? What's a seminar?
It's BS.
It's 2024. Nobody needs seminars anymore.
Were you in that work group? That was a great session.
Yeah, great session. What'd you learn in the session? You know what seminars and conventions are for? They're for people who still wish they were in school.
Oh.
Like, lifetime students.
But you met the crew from Campbell and Davis.
Yeah.
Over in Oakland. Great guys. We got to do business with them. I'm setting up a virtual meeting next week.
A virtual meeting next week. I mean, I know it's like a major part of it.
Totally.
And we had I can't get my head wrapped around outside of just everybody just wants to come to Vegas. So that's what they do it. But the lady we had on yesterday, Lisa Motley from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority.
Okay.
She was great. She's on Nielsen show tomorrow. You should check it out. She's talking about like the continued growth of Vegas with the baseball stadium coming right on the strip and then the NBA stadium a little bit further down past Mandalay Bay. They're going to have all these major things. And she said that conferences and seminars, if you want to call it that, I don't technically know the difference, but
work groups.
Yeah. For fancy big work groups, they are 8% more well attended in Vegas than they would be somewhere else.
That's good business.
And on top of it, you don't have to book like a big, huge dinner because as soon as the conference is over, people want to hit the town.
Yeah.
And they'll go and use their whatever business money and put it on the company card and have a good time that way. So, I mean, it makes sense to have conventions in Vegas. If I was doing conventions, I would have them in Vegas, but I'm just very anti-convention in general. May
I read this nasty chat message?
Yeah.
It's from James. If you have seen Old School, you know seminars can save you from a very unsettling truth.
Yeah. Old School is classic.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, that is good.
I was talking to
Joel says, "Hi, I'm a CEO." They'll swarm you, Dusty.
Yeah.
Technically, my role with Edmonton Sports Talk is CEO.
You should be out there.
I should be. Hey, I'm a CEO. All these
tuck-
people running over. Ooh, can we Linux for you?
Get some like bad khaki pants, okay? A golf shirt tucked in.
Yep.
With a belt that doesn't match.
I'm working at Lowe's immediately.
Immediately, yes.
Because Lowe's is having a huge conference here too.
Great. I did not know that. Put that lanyard on with gibberish on the card.
Yeah.
And carry around a pad folio and just dish out business cards. And be like, that guy's the CEO of Edmonton Sports Talk.
Conventions are for companies who just have too much money. It's that. I mean, most companies are cutting people. These people are having conventions.
Right.
Fine them in. Come on. That's wild to me. Anyway.
Oh, I did go to one here. NAB, North American Broadcasters Convention. My old boss, when I was with.
Okay, say this again. Reset it. I totally
NAB. It's called NAB, North American Broadcasters.
Yeah, okay, the NAB.
Convention. Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
Sorry, I just did twice. And it was at the Las Vegas Convention Center, which is massive.
Full blown. Yeah, it's huge.
And I remember all I did for 3 or 4 days was walk around and look at like new scoreboards for arenas. And then my boss was like, I want you to go to this seminar and work group.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, what one is this?
Yeah.
And he goes, I paid for you to go to this editing one. I'm like, okay. So I sat in there for like 2 hours. I didn't do a damn I took like 1 page of notes. And my boss is like, what did you learn? I'm like, well, I could be better at editing. Like
that's
how?
why he
And
sent you there in the first place.
Keyboard shortcuts. He's like, oh, that's great.
That is good for editing. If you can do it, helps you a lot. With
it really does.
Yeah.
And it probably
maybe that seminar
increased my efficiency at editing video at the time.
By how much percent?
Oh, 14%.
Wow.
Minimum.
So now they get to tell people if you attend this seminar, your productivity will be increased by 14%.
Yeah, at least. I tucked in the shirt, bad khaki pants, lanyard with gibberish on it, a pad folio. And really all I got out of it was, wow, those new scoreboards arenas are putting in are pretty sweet.
This text is in 780-218-9999. I go to Vegas for a trade show every January. 55 to 60,000 people attend it each year. I think the number that she told me when I asked her about the conventions here in Vegas, like I said, fully endorsing conventions in Vegas.
Yeah.
A convention in a city that sucks is just stupid. But I think she said they do something like 22,000 conventions.
What?
A year.
Wow.
That
it is crazy.
Right. That
and
can't
like,
be right. How many is that a day? Like that.
Imagine the networking opportunities.
Well, that's what they're for.
Right?
Trade show, I think, is different.
Trade show, you're
going,
stuff.
you can purchase things.
Yeah.
It's hands-on.
Right.
I don't even know what a conference is.
Seminars.
A series of seminars.
Yeah.
That's lame.
We have a great speaker. He's very, very good at motivating you.
Imagine being... actually, that does make sense. I just did the math on 22,000 conventions in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That would be about 60 per day.
Oh, yeah.
And they're easily pulling off 60 per day.
Oh, yeah. There's probably 7 in here right now.
Easily pulling off 60 a day. That's great.
Joel would love to go to one of those. SEMA. I've heard of SEMA in Vegas. Yeah, there's some really cool. Barrett Jackson, yeah. But yeah, anyway.
All right, so you're heading home today.
Tonight, yeah.
Still, last thoughts here on getting married before
at the Cheetos Chapel.
At the Cheetos Chapel.
At the fabulous New York.
There's a buzz here that's where Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are going to get married on Monday morning.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They only need one thing in their life between the two of them, and that is holy matrimony.
Love and holy matrimony.
Under the most delicious of Cheetos. And the master of ceremonies / what do you call it? The order?
The officiant. The officiant?
It's going to be Chester Cheeto himself.
Oh, that'd be cool. He had a funny voice. Do you have a Chester the Cheeto impression?
No, I barely remember. He was cool.
Oh, Cheetos. Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
And then their life is complete. Kids, another Super Bowl ring, a smash hit album dropping after another world tour. That is it. You've done it. You've won life. But only if you get married
there
by Chester Cheeto at the Cheetos Chapel at New York, in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Autodesk University for the CAD nerds. It's always in Vegas.
Okay.
The perks for their perks for employees, they get to go to a conference in Vegas.
That is cool.
So it's like a motivation thing. Like if you sell so much, you get the invite to Vegas, I guess.
So it gets, yeah, okay. I get it.
I don't.
It's fun.
I still have I mean, coming here is the best.
Yeah.
But like imagine if you live in Edmonton. And it's like, oh, conference. And you're like, yes. Where is it? And they're like, Shaw Conference Center. And you're like, damn it.
Damn it. I
Come
have to
on.
walk there.
What level of employee gets the in-town, the in-city convention?
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's where you know you're at the bottom of the barrel.
So you and your mom and your dad,
Uh-huh.
Are you guys in a row together too? Or are they
Not
are
that, no, they're
okay.
separate.
Oh,
like
separate. Me and the boys, we were in the same row coming down.
that makes it easier.
It was fun. It was
Actually, I should pick my seat.
it was a lot of fun.
That's a good point.
All right, that's going to do it for the Oil Stream today and all of our content here today from Vegas. Once again at Edmonton Sports Talk, we'll be doing it again tomorrow, even though Matty Owanek is thinking about letting loose a little bit tonight.
I thought he did last night the way I saw him this morning, but
I got a lot of time.
go get it, Matty.
I got a lot of time to be like, this is my stage in life now, I guess. But to be the mature adult and like
You're a
monitor and oversee Matthew Owanek. Did you say because I'm CEO?
You're the CEO.
It does sound ridiculous. I want to go around to some of these conferences. Hey, CEO, Edmonton Sports Talk. You need a speaker? $5,000. That would be good. Some guys charge that much.
I know.
It's like guys
they
in Edmonton.
rake
It blows
in
my
cash.
mind. I'm like, give me a dinner and a few GCs. I'll come do it for you. I just start changing that.
Oh,
Changing that. budget.
yeah, they pay. Yeah, they pay good.
All right, Edmonton Oilers. They're not perfect. They lose to the Golden Knights, 16-1 in their last 17. We'll set up the game against the Ducks on Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
I still feel like today's Friday, but today's just Wednesday.
I don't even know what day
Yeah.
it is.
All right, tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. For Tommy Gazzola, I am Dustin Nielson. Shout out to YouTube Trev
Yes.
and Zach to come back in the EST studios. Don't ruin anything. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning right here on EST.